What if the story of, well, everything could be told in just 3 chapters? We're about to dive into one of the most foundational stories in Western culture, a 3 act drama about creation, a fateful choice, and the consequences that followed, all from the very beginning of Genesis. It all kicks off with this incredibly powerful and famous line. But it's more than just a nice opening. It's a declaration. It sets the stage for everything. We're starting not with chaos, but with a deliberate, cosmic act of creation, where a universe is literally about to be spoken into existence from, well, from nothing. Now, this whole creation thing isn't a single explosive event. Not at all. The story presents it as this majestic and really orderly process, something that unfolds over 6 distinct rhythmic days, turning a total void into a vibrant world. I want you to just imagine a world that's formless, empty, and completely shrouded in darkness. That's our starting point. But then, through a series of divine commands, we get to watch this radical transformation. Light just shatters the darkness, order starts to emerge from the chaos, and life begins to fill that void. And the end result? A world that's declared very good. So let's just walk through this incredible week. Day 1, light slices through the darkness. Day 2, a sky gets stretched out. Day 3, we get land and seas finding their boundaries and life starts to sprout. By day 4, the sun, moon, and stars are put in place, basically to get time itself up and running. Day 5, the waters and skies are just teeming with creatures. And then finally on day 6, the land gets filled with animals and the absolute pinnacle of this creation arrives, humanity. And after each step, the creator's verdict is simple. It was good, building up to a final resounding, it was all very good. But here, on day 6, something really different happens. Humanity isn't just another creature on the list. No, they are explicitly made in God's own image. This one phrase is huge. It completely sets them apart, suggesting they have a unique capacity, a special role to play in this brand new world. And, with that divine image comes a pretty profound responsibility. Right out of the gate, humanity gets its first job, their core mission, if you will, to be stewards of this incredible creation, to fill the earth, cultivate it, and basically partner in its flourishing. So, the universe is built. The big picture is painted. But now the story's camera zooms way, way in. We shift from this grand cosmic scale to a very specific, intimate setting, a garden, which is where humanity's story is really going to begin. Welcome to the Garden of Eden. It's a paradise planted for the first man, Adam. And right at its heart are 2 very special trees, and they are pivotal to our story. First, you have the tree of life, offering endless existence. And then there's another, more mysterious one that's about to become a focus of everything, the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. In this perfect paradise, the rule is almost deceptively simple. I mean, Adam is given almost total freedom. He can eat from any tree in this amazing garden, except one. A single, solitary prohibition stands right in the center of this perfect world. And this one rule, it comes with an absolutely crystal clear and severe warning. The consequence for breaking it isn't, a slap on the wrist. The text is totally unambiguous. You will certainly die. The stakes, right from the very beginning, could not be higher. Okay, so the stage is set, the rule is established, and that's when a new character slithers into the scene. The story introduces a serpent, described as more crafty than any other animal, and it's this creature that's about to ignite the central conflict of our story. Now, before we go any further, let's just ground ourselves in the one fact that Adam and his wife Eve know for sure. The command from their creator was direct. It was simple. Eating the fruit from that one specific tree leads to death. Period. And here it is. This is the core of the deception. The serpent offers a direct, point-blank contradiction. Its first move is to just completely negate the one rule they were given. You will not certainly die. But see, the serpent is clever. It doesn't just deny the warning, it replaces it with this incredibly alluring promise. It suggests that not only will they survive, but they'll actually gain something amazing, godlike knowledge. So the temptation isn't just about a piece of fruit, it's about becoming something more. And so we arrive at the crucial moment, the moment of decision. Eve is now caught between 2 totally conflicting realities. Her creator's command and its dire warning on one side, and the serpent's contradiction and its incredible promise on the other. What's she gonna do? The text actually gives us three specific reasons for her choice, and they are all deeply, deeply human. First, it appealed to a physical need. It looked like good food. Second, it was just beautiful to look at. And third, it appealed to her ambition. It promised a shortcut to wisdom. And then the choice is made. In this pivotal, irreversible moment, she takes the fruit and she eats. And the story is really careful to point out that her husband, Adam, was right there with her the whole time. She gives him the fruit, and he eats it too. The act and whatever comes next is now shared. The fallout is immediate, but it's not what the serpent promised. Their eyes are opened, but the first thing they see is their own vulnerability. Their innocence is just gone, shattered, replaced by this new, chilling awareness of shame and fear. And what's their very first instinct? To cover up and hide from the one who made them. When their creator comes walking in the garden, the first question isn't an accusation, it's simply, where are you? And you just get the feeling this question is about so much more than their physical location. It's about the new chasm that's opened up between them. It's about why they're hiding. And when they're confronted, something new and frankly ugly enters the human story: the blame game. God questions Adam, who immediately deflects, pointing his finger at the woman you put here with me. So when God then turns to the woman, she does the exact same thing, blaming the serpent. In this huge moment of crisis, nobody takes responsibility. This passing of the buck leads us to the final tragic act of our story. With the choice made and responsibility totally abdicated, judgments are handed down, and the human condition is about to be permanently and profoundly altered. So let's break these consequences down, because each one represents a fundamental shift in how the world works. The serpent is cursed, creating this permanent rift between it and humanity. For the woman, the joy of creating life will now be mixed with pain, and the harmony in her relationship with her husband is fractured. And for the man, his work is no longer this joyful cultivation of paradise. The ground itself is now cursed, and he'll have to survive through painful toil and sweat. And the story wraps up with the ultimate dramatic consequence. Humanity is banished from paradise. They're driven out of the garden. And to make absolutely sure they can never get back to that tree of life, the way is sealed off, guarded by angelic beings and a terrifying, flaming sword. Access to paradise and to immortality is officially lost. And so we're left with this powerful, really unsettling trade-off. They did, in fact, gain the knowledge of good and evil, just like the serpent promised. But in exchange, they lost their innocence, their home, and that unbroken relationship with their creator. And that forces us to ask the question, was the knowledge really worth the paradise they lost?